So either way, I think Rogue and Knights, guys, this is going to be a pretty solid one.
It sure is. AA turning it up. Well, here we go. You know, once Turo started with the name changes, Rogue was a much different team. And so I will start, Turtle, with the most important question on the Turtle scale of Turin names.
Bro.
What do you got here?
Bro, that's AA turn it up. You know, that's pretty banging. I'm not going to lie. That's got a nice charm to it. I like the ring. That might be his best yet. I think I gave another one like a 9. I'm giving that one like a 9.1363. That's what I'm feeling on that one.
All right, 9.1363. As a point of fact, not the highest rating he's given, but probably the most accurate.
I don't remember the highest one I've given, but I do think that's the most accurate. I also want to see a Turin Turtle. If he can drop that one in. I don't know. I think he just doesn't care about my feelings or about anything regarding me, which is, you know, most people, but that's okay, because all that matters, Stax, is that we get some good Rocket League. This is to make it to the grand finals. Rogue, again, just coming off of that very, very hot win. First Killer was scoring almost everything that came his way. The question is he going to continue with that performance here against the Knights?
Winner does get Space Station Gaming the grand finals, and they will have to reset the bracket with a double elimination tournament. Boy, it is a tough task to beat that team once, let alone twice. But Turo and Rogue could do it with as hot as they are. Look at this speed, how quickly it gets over to Turo.
It's the speed of all the passing, and then you also have First Killer. You know, on top of all that fantastic passing across the box, you also have First Killer going in for a demo to add that extra layer, the whipped cream upon all of that passing was amazing. And Rodoko the fake, but he missed the shot. Already we got some high flying action, but it's the Knights who can't get a scoring opportunity off of their great chance and mechanical ability of that fake.
A lot of different names coming out as Turoko will score here. What a pass from Turo, repaying the favor from earlier.
First Killer? Wait, and then what? I saw First Killer in the background take, I don't know who that was on the Knights, but they basically just held hands, skyrocketing to the moon, pretty much. That was just a fantastic bump. But then somehow First Killer reacted and was able to recover out of that. I don't know. But either way, it was a good bump. First Killer, you're so annoying. This is why you don't want to go up against First Killer, because he does stuff like that, and he can also score everything.
Well, Rodoko and First Killer take each other off the field. You got Metro's ZPS running down the field. Somebody who has clearly seen some commercials in his time. Another shot coming on here from Sosa, who's not Sosa credible anymore. He's just Sosa. I think of all the players on the pitch right now, Sosa might be the one who is the most all business.
Oh, yeah. Sosa's a serious man, okay? And I think he takes pride in that, because as a serious man, he should, you know, come out here with, I believe he has the second best shooting accuracy. So if he's downfield, Mans is going to hit his shot, Stax. There's no question about it.
First Killer on his way back, gives way to Turoko, but it's a turnover that the Knights weren't ready for. They only had one man on the forecheck downfield, and as a result, they don't give up any shots.
Okay,
Rogue.
Sosa,
now,
what you got?
The Knights coming back and just, again, didn't have anybody to give the ball away to, and he knew this was just going to find the net, and Turoko makes it 3-0. This is just, you lose the ball and out.
Oh my, ZPS saw Sosa going for the dribble, and he thought that Sosa was just going to force a 50, right? But instead, it was a very confusing situation. Sosa wanted to get a massive flick over, but there was a dunk that went all the way across the field. Sosa even dropped his controller because of what he just witnessed. Absolute destruction. Rogue are continuing that momentum. They have all the energy, and they're still hot, even after the last series.
Turo for first.
Oh my goodness.
Scores that? Turo had to direct it into the net. What a sequence out of Rogue.
Check out the pre-flip from First Killer to scoop that over to Turno, aka AA, turn it up. Oh my goodness. First Killer is hungry for that Space Station rematch.
Man, I told you I was worried about the Knights. The way that Rogue finished that series, if this were a fight, they would stop it immediately.
Somebody has got to come and tell this man to calm down. First killer. There is no letting off the gas whatsoever. I don't even know how they have any gas left in the tank, to be honest, with how much of a long day they've had. Going the distance multiple times. We've had a Game 6 against Space Station Gaming, Game 6 against Alpine, Game 7 against E United. They're still out here hitting everything.
This is not wholesome, family-friendly Christmas programming, to say the least. This is season's beatings being delivered by Rogue in Game 1. I mean, it's a long series. There's a lot to come after this opening game. But the Knights have got to be watching this happen in front of them, happening to them, just going, we weren't ready for this.
I mean, just look at the speed of Rogue on the field. This is unparalleled. It can't even be matched from the Knights, and the only thing the Knights have been able to offer has been, you know, trying to slow down the play and go for a dribble, which was Sosa that we saw previously, but we all know how that ended up for him. A massive dunk to go the other side and take it all the way down the field, and Rogue get another one. What is the answer for the Knights? How do they stop this Rogue offense? Because right now it looks pretty impossible.
They just shut down the near post. Nothing doing for the Pittsburgh Knights as Rogue keeps the shutout intact. They have numbers coming back the other way. Surely have to get one across here. Rodoko taking his time, trying to dance around the defense and cannot even get a shot off.
Yeah. But you know what, Stax? Here's the thing. I don't want to have to be this guy, but I'm going to be this guy. Because Rogue have done this before. Even earlier in this tournament, they played up against E United in the group stage. Rogue went up 5-0, I believe it was, 5-1 in that first game. They almost threw, okay? But they were so dominant in the first game, and then the second game comes out, E United win 7-1. So at this point, I'm not necessarily convinced, but this is definitely something to look forward to if you are a Rogue fan.
Well, Rogue has seen in this very tournament lopsided games.
Yeah.
Followed up by much different performances from the opposition. They themselves have been blown out in games and come back to turn a series around. They even turn a game around after the midway point. But you look at those numbers on that scoreboard, Turtle.
Yeah.
That looked ugly.
Well, what is it about Rogue is what I'm trying to figure out, because there's some games where they just are unstoppable. They even had this, as I'm going through the Liquipedia page, you can see they're up against Sonics, right? And they even had a game against Sonics where they went up 6-1. Rogue have these explosive games within a series that show their full potential. Excuse me. Can they activate this for the whole series, though? That would be unreal. That's almost like when Rogue peaked during the series. And at that point, they look literally like nobody in North America, possibly even Europe, can compete with them. They just need to keep up that pace, which I know is a lot to ask, but it's still very fun to see that little glimpse of what could be for Rogue.
Both of these teams come into this series with two of the highest shooting percentages of the tournament. One showed up. The other is getting shot on right now as Rogue is all over the Knights' end again.
What is this name from Turo? Yo, that's the max. Sorry. What?
The maximum number of characters, I bet.
What about Turn Turtle, though? What is this, dude? That's the only thing I want to see. Turn Turtle. That will definitely fit within the character limits of the name. I don't understand why he's doing this to me. It's kind of hurting.
We gotta ask Turo after all of this, especially if they somehow come back and win this tournament. Yo, tell us all about these name changes. Where'd they all come from? We still got a lot of business to take care of on the field. Sosa battling against Turo. First killer, throwing one towards the net, hoping for a big rebound for Rogue. ZPS had absolutely no boost and did all he could to delay, to give his teammates time, but they are still under the gun here against Rogue, who's not letting them out of the zone at all.
Okay, the dribble. Yeah, that's what we need from Rodoko, is winning those 50s instead of trying to force a flick out like Sosa did on the dribble. Get that 50 win. Hopefully you'll have a teammate, which is usually ZPS, shadowing you to get a nice follow-up, and then you can move up for some pressure. See what the Knights can make of all those dribbles. Oh,
what a shot. First killer and Turinturo combined to go 168K into the net.
Everybody's up. Everybody on the field is up out of Rogue, and they still managed to get the pinch and pull it off. Everybody on Rogue is shooting with a cannon. This is insane.
And now Taroko around one, through another. No, it's Redoko standing tall at the goal line to make the save.
Man, this is looking like free play. And Rogue, you know how you go into free play stacks and you just always are smacking the ball as hard as you can? That's literally what I feel right now from Rogue on this team. I feel bad for the ball in this game, to be honest. It's getting beaten to death. It's getting smacked around by Rogue. Look at this speed.
Oh,
it's so fast. I don't think I've seen this in a game where nobody even cares about controlling the ball. You're just hitting this thing with full power, and blazing into the net.
That caught a deflection and was still almost triple digits.
Yeah.
Good grief.
This is insane.
Yeah, Rogue has decided they want another shot at Space Station after battling them earlier today. That was our opening match of what has been a wild final day for North America. How about another? Why not?
Just throw it in. Just throw it in there. Get the third goal. Toss it up to Taroko. See what he's got. Of course, he's going to smack this one across the net. And this is how hard they're hitting it. There have been countless times the Knights have been in net and managed to get a touch on the ball. But with the speed Rogue are playing at, no matter if you get a touch, you have to predict it perfectly. Otherwise, it's just going to bounce off you and still fall into the net.
All the way across for ZPS. High bounce out of the corner. And, I mean, look at the Knights. There is nobody within a 5-mile radius of the ball if it comes out of the corner on the Rogue end of the field. Finally, somebody is up, but that's it. They're all so far back because they've seen how quickly Rogue can move out of the zone, and they've been burned over and over again. Redoko's up. That's a stop by Turinturo. Look how far back everybody is again as Rogue just marches down the field at their leisure.
And you know, there's even confusion from people. Nobody knows who. That's the Max. Sorry, some people are wondering who that is. This is Turinturo. Okay. Normally he's got some play on his name or something that gives you an idea of who he is, but this man is just completely undercover at this point. And I think he's just trying to escape with the assault that's getting put on with the ball at this point, because they, like I said, are hitting this ball with so much power, even at their own net, but it's not going to go in. The Knights still scoreless here in game number 2.
Rogue with more possession. There's only one up, and then a pinch downfield that turns into this shot. Taroko had to remember that, yes, you do have to play defense occasionally, and got back in time. Now Redoko with Sosa running interference, and the Knights are on the board with just over a minute to go. Okay, the Knights get a little bit of life here, and it's not a massive lead like we did see in the previous game, so there's a chance. 1 minute and 6 seconds left. Nice little bump attempt on the goalkeeper. Didn't take him out permanently, but you found some contact. That's all you need to look for. The Knights definitely have a difficult obstacle in front of them, but they can surely climb over it, because something has slowed down a bit for Rogue, but I don't know if it's enough. I mean, 4 minutes you get your first goal. In the previous game, you also were getting outmatched in every challenge. We need to see more out of the Knights, but they have all the potential in the world. Sosa's gone right by this ball, then ZPS got blown up. 45 seconds to go for the Knights, and they have to start right from scratch with Turinturo just shaking and baking down the field, evading the entire Knights defense. First killer finally has the ball picked away by Redoko. Chance to throw it in front, and nobody's home again. 25 seconds left, down 2 goals. And my Knights, they just don't want it. And they had to all over them. They were going for pre-jump clear passes. Rogue are literally treating this like free play or a ranked game. And it's working. It's working out for them. There's no hesitation with the challenges. Final 5 seconds. This one might even roll in. Save from Redoko. No time left for the Knights to get back into it. A 2-game lead for Rogue, who are basically hyper-focused on that rematch against Space Station Gaming. And this time it didn't flip that we've seen previously. Rogue sometimes go up in that first game, absolutely destroy their opponents, but we'll see the script flip a little bit. This time it was consistent, still looking at an undefeated Rogue team. I mean, the number is not as lopsided in the grand scheme of things in
Yeah.
favor of Rogue, but again, the number that matters is that 1 on the side of the Knights. And they don't have it in the win column. They have it in the
Right.
goal column in 2 losses so far. It's similar to, I believe, what the Knights did to an opponent earlier today, where they weren't allowing many good looks. I think it was against the Sonics before they ran into Space
Yeah.
Station. And Knights are getting a dose of their own medicine here. It has been all downhill since that brilliant first game they had against Space
Yeah.
Station in the upper finals.
Okay, Turin Turtle, if you're listening to this, Turin Turtle,
All right, here we go.
please. I want to see it in the game. I want something, something that makes me happy and I can be proud of. I haven't won anything. Maybe a
Nope.
Turin Turtle. Dude, come on. Why do you do this to me? It's like baiting.
He's reading chat. I know.
No,
for a fact
he's
that.
literally
reading chat.
teasing me. I don't understand what I have to do to get this man to appreciate me or at least acknowledge my existence. This is just unfair.
Gran Turismo is the name Turo has gone with for game number 3.
Bro.
Could put them on match point in this series. Rodoko couldn't get
Oh.
Turoko. Now wants to break the other way. Only
Yep.
Sosa to stop them, and he did.
Oh, and this is the best start for the Knights we've seen in a minute. Usually it's Rogue right out the gates, swinging at the net of the Knights, but if you're a Knights fan, this is the best look, and yet they're still getting outpaced a bit to the ball, but I think this is going to be a much closer game than we think. Possibly could start seeing a little bit of a comeback.
Oh, first killer got bumped. Was that by Turo? That was almost catastrophic for the Rogue defense. Demolition on Turoko. Sosa couldn't guide it down in front. First killer delays enough, and Rogue will fend off the attack. And they have Turoko already downfield.
Oh
Pass
my-
over. Oh, first killer had to wait. Now he'll shoot and score right between the eyes.
The ball movement from Rogue, unreal. We got to pass out to the sidewall. Somebody's waiting in the midfield off the crossbar. First killer's there for the rebound. Somebody's always in position to find a touch, and they can recover instantly. It doesn't even matter, Stax, if they've previously gone up for an aerial. They're going to keep moving forward. Rogue know how to move up the field, know how to find passes, and again start out dominating over the Knights.
First killer with another clean win and another
Oh
clean
my
goal, and he
Oh
does
my
it yet
goodness.
again. 14 goals in the last
Okay.
series and a half.
This is insane. First killer came into this series, I believe, with 78% goal participation. I feel like it's only gone up since here, Stax. It's only gone up. The man doesn't miss, and he is a huge pillar for the offensive Rogue.
Oh, we have seen a transformation out of Rogue. They've gone from
Wow.
a team that, even into the Alpine series, looked a little shaky. Not lately. They had their struggles in the early stages against E United and have since decided the only team that's going to beat them is maybe Space Station Gaming.
And again, this is such a huge game for the Knights. If they go down here, they're looking at a reverse sweep. We always mention it when we come to game 3 if a team is undefeated. A reverse sweep in a best of 7 is so incredibly difficult to pull off. It requires so much stamina. You can't make any mistakes. And against a Rogue team that has absolutely no hesitation, that seems nearly impossible. But you could have a start here at winning in this game from ZPS and not even having to worry about that reverse sweep, Stax.
Well, the Knights have their one token goal for the game. They need to get more. ZPS has 2 out of the 3 that they've scored in the series. They got a lot of time to work with.
Yeah.
They've got to get more shots like that, though, more chances in close to the Rogue net.
I believe
that
this
means
is
they have to be a little more aggressive.
Yeah, I think this is the closest gap we've seen. Could instill some confidence now into the boys over on the Knights. See if they increase that midfield presence, because they have the speed. They have good mechanics. I mean, you've got ZPS doing this right now in the corner. Beats one defender, but then you get bumped from Gran Turismo, a.k.a. Turinturo, and things start cracking on the defensive side, Stax.
Oh, it just got run into. Rodoko sent downfield. That threw that challenge off by a mile. And Rogue capitalizes right at the halfway mark. The lead is back to 2.
And at this point, I don't think it's not a regular goal like we just saw from the Knights that'll throw off Rogue. Rogue, are going to need something else that's going to tilt them. I think there is a possibility for the Knights to get under their skin with demos and some kind of annoying play, and you're hitting the crossbar from CPS. That is so painful to watch, especially after they earned it after a midfield pass. Good transition, but couldn't find the net. A demo from ZPS. Finally, Sosa has something, and it slips in. We're back to a 1-goal lead only for the Rogue.
There was a brief moment where I thought they're actually not going to score this.
Yeah.
With the ball.
I got scared. I really got scared.
No Rogue defenders nearby, and one finally caught up. The ball does end up in the net. Knights hanging around in game 3. Mentally, a game they have to win. A reverse sweep, while not impossible, highly improbable.
Yeah. Man, it's a difficult situation for the Knights too. I would like to see Sosa be a bit more aggressive and on that rotation back to defense, because the Knights are playing a bunch of defense. I think physical play when you're rotating back is the move for the Knights. That's what I would go for. I would try to tilt something on a Rogue, somebody, mainly first kill if you can target him, but you got to go for some very dirty play at this point to make Rogue back off a little bit and respect you more in the midfield, because you've got first killer trying to 1v3 non-stop, and it works.
Oh, that was a case of just a 3v1. You see one defender right there against the whole swarm that is Rogue.
Man,
no contest. Oh my goodness.
Stax, what are we witnessing at this point?
I mean, the Knights get close. They get to within 1 goal, and then Rogue pulls it right back away from him. Sosa trying to leave that for Rodoko. Watch him work, and he almost got through first killer, but almost has been the story against Rogue today.
Man, what is Gabe telling Rogue at this point? He is like, he's giving them the sauce. I don't know what it is, but he is really telling them some kind of secret, or he's just playing like some hype music in their ears non-stop. I don't think there's any comps. I think it's literally just some insane dubstep that's just blaring in their ears and making them go at 200 times their normal speed.
Gearing up for a grand final, potentially between two of the best coaches in North America. Talking about Chrome on the space station side, and as mentioned, Corrupted G, the coach of Rogue. Both have seen action in this tournament. Both have led their teams quite well. Chrome to a win. Somehow the Knights don't score there. First killer and Rogue almost score on the other side.
Okay, maybe here from the Knights they took 2 players to try to get a bump, something to get in the back of the net. It is not enough. We have got match point already from Rogue in a series to decide who makes it back, or not necessarily back. If you're Rogue, you're making it back to fight against Space Station, but who makes it to the grand finals? The Knights, this is their last chance. A reverse sweep now is what they're facing, Stax.
Turtle, after all we've seen is game 7 after game 7 after game 7, it is a long, long way away for the Pittsburgh Knights. Even though they technically outshoot Rogue in that game, they don't have the goals to show for it. Yes, they matched their offensive output in the series in that game, but that's not enough because they keep hemorrhaging goals to Rogue. You want to make one final plea to Mr. Turo here?
Turo, if you're listening, Turin Turtle, please. I don't have any bias. This doesn't mean anything. I just want to see it in the game, bro. I don't think I'm asking for too much here. We've seen a name change so far every single time. All right? You're about to get a best of 7 full sweep so long as the Knights don't start pushing up. I think this is my chance. This is my time to shine here, Stax.
Give me some Turin Turtles in the chat.
I got a good feeling.
Really need to see it. Yes!
Let's go! That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Chat, I'm giving a big shout out to you. I think you guys are really... He probably mutes me, to be honest. He's definitely muting me. But at least he's listening to you guys. That's what I'm talking about.
A man of the people coming through.
Let's go.
Here's Sosa going up against Turin Turtle, and the shot goes high. Now Rodoko trying to force his way through. Sosa coming on, and the Knights score first.
This is what he deserves. He didn't even spell my name right. This is what you deserve, Turo. And we've also got the Knights. The first time I believe they've ever gone up and taken a lead in a series. Reverse sweep. I think it's possible. I mean, it's very early to call that, but that's the way to do it if you're going to start it.
Turin Turl.
I'm kind of offended. I'm not going to lie. I think at this point, I'm just going to stop asking because I have no expectations for this man anymore. And it looks from a distance, it looks like it says turtle, but it does not.
I had before.
Absolutely baited. Absolutely baited.
Turoko with a full canister, but that ball goes all the way across to Rodoko. Go figure, once they finally cave in to Turtle's pleas, they get scored on. They may get scored on again. No, it's blocked away by Turoko. And here goes first killer, but he lost control. Rodoko, odd angle double, not on target, and cleared away briefly.
Okay, this is a much better Knights offense. I wonder what has actually gotten into their mentality. Something about this game. Match point possibly forced them to be a bit more aggro. We've got Rodoko staying in the corner, forced a good 50. That's what we want. No more solo plays where they're trying to do it all themselves, but instead set up their teammates in that corner, toss it out to Sosa. Of course, he's going to hit that shot. They've got the shooting accuracy that we've been talking about, Stax. The Knights up 2-0.
If they lose this game, he's not going to use anything even remotely looking like Turtle in the grand finals.
Yeah. Which I'm fine with. At this point, I've been disrespected. You didn't spell turtle right. So, I mean, it's only justice at that point.
Fair game. 2-0 to the Knights. Looking to pour it on here and maybe get a lot more momentum going forward for the rest of the series. Trying to keep this going as long as they can to try and bring it all the way back to Champions Field. Rodoko, he stayed with the play. He can still be a factor in it. Sosa delays at midfield, and there's a big demolition on Turin Turtle.
Whoa, that's not how it
One
spelled.
more touch needed. ZPS couldn't get a bicycle goal, and that's going to be sent away.
Oh, first killer also trying to recover in the net. Does a good job of making sure he's prepared for that challenge. Gets it out, but there is a response from somebody on the Knights to find ways to intercept these clears. Look at this. A much different performance. They're actually challenging in the midfield. ZPS wins one there. Rodoko staying up top, and they're delaying their rotation back to go on defense a bit more, which is creating a lot more pressure, and they're able to starve out Rogue, take away that boost that lets them be so powerful behind the ball, and basically just softening that attack.
All the way across. Rodoko got a piece of it. Now Metro ZPS can throw it all the way downfield. And he's got Sosa at least lurking to challenge Turoko. Or previously challenging Turoko, because Turoko left him in the dust. Demolitions left and right. But still only the one shot on target. And no follow-up as Rodoko clears. ZPS and Sosa downfield. And that could be trouble if, not for that demolition by ZPS.
Oh my goodness, first killer almost with the air dribble pass out. The Knights were prepared for it though. After 3 games of seeing first killer style on you with mechanics, I'm sure you'd understand that he's most likely going to beat that first player. Rodoko also, I want to highlight, has been an insane player so far on defense, always being patient, staying on offense, but it's Turo, aka Turin Turl, not even spelled right, comes out here with a fantastic shot off the little drop pass from Turoko.
For the most part in the previous series for Rogue, mostly empty stat sheets above first killer. Not this time around. It is a full team effort. Everybody shoots, everybody scores, and scores a lot. Looking to get right back in it, and that's a big stop by Rodoko. Better demolition from ZPS, taking Turinturo off the field, who has been the guy if you had to pick one for Rogue.
That's what they need. The Knights, when they're rotating back, Rogue always want to be so aggressive, try to take one out. And if you don't get the demo, somebody will crash the net and find a finishing shot. What a pass for first killer in the corner, and the speed of it. You can't even match it if you know that pass is coming out here, Stax.
They're jumping out, gearing up for a heavy shot off the nose of the car, and he just drops the tires on him. And just a little slow bouncer sneaks through to tie up the game. All that work over the first 4 minutes of the game by the Knights, all for naught. They need to go right back to the lab and get another one. And that miss is not going to help
1v2.
things. Numbers advantage. Sosa avoided, and he delayed long enough for ZPS to help.
Oh my goodness, and that's the key word, delay. Sosa was alone in a 1v2, had to dodge the demo of first killer and also get a slow enough 50 where it wouldn't initially squeeze into the net. Managed to do just that. Still all tied up though, and Rogue have been inching their way forward towards that goal line.
Rodoko gets by Taroko, but that is as far as the attack goes for the Pittsburgh Knights. Sosa wanted that corner boost, and he just watched first killer take the ball and boost away from him. Lucky that demo didn't lead to a goal, but it was an exterminator for first killer. Taroko, and in front, first killer has exterminated the Pittsburgh Knights.
I think we've seen everything from Rogue, the solo plays, the insane passing from all three players, and now the double tap off the backboard from Taroko. 1 second left. Rogue are gonna come back and meet Space Station Gaming in the grand finals of Beyond the Summit #2.
Absolute heartbreak for the Pittsburgh Knights and elation for Rogue as we will end this tournament the way we started the day.
Oh my goodness.
Rogue and Space Station one more time.
If I don't see Turn Turtle going into the grand final, I'm going to have a problem here. I don't even know if I will have the right to say anything on the cast, to be honest. But that was amazing, Stax. I have no words.
Well, we have more words or we will take a break to find more words to describe how brilliant that was from Rogue, and then we'll set you up for our grand final. The Summit continues right after this.
And welcome back to the Rocket League Summit #2. I'm Leaf, and Stax and Turtle are here. It's been a while since I saw you guys, right? Like, very long time.
Oh, it has.
It's been so
I have not missed you at all.
That series blew by.
Well, that came out of nowhere. Okay. Stax, you know what? You're my favorite now. You were very right.
Oh my.
You were very right. You called Stax, you called the fact that Rogue was coming in hot and the Knights were coming in a little bit cold there.
They're on what, a 7-game win streak now, Rogue, where they've outscored their opponents 24-9. All right, this is a Rogue highlight reel. You will see goals scored by orange cars. They don't matter. Yeah. These games were a Rogue showcase getting ready for the grand finals. Like, dude, that, why? What is that goal?
I don't know. This is free play for first killer. I don't know how else to put it. I keep talking about, exactly, like, what are you doing? You're sending 3 people into the air, but it works as if this is what they've always meant to do. Rogue, you know, sometimes you get into that free play mode in casual where you're all together. This is literally what it is. And Rogue make this look so clean. The speed, you can't match it. The mechanics, you can't match it. And also the demos, you want to match it, but you're dead all the time and you can't get boost.
Yeah, it honestly didn't surprise me too much seeing that the series from the Knights, they definitely were having some issues today. They were not playing peak, and especially with that break, like Stax called, I'm like, for sure that they're going to come into this feeling cold. And then when you have opponents sending 3 people up for like a cannon pinch shot,
dude,
what do you
and it works. It works. That's the frustrating thing. The Knights had to sit there and watch the replay of 3 players on the other team go up for an insane shot, and it worked on them. That's the worst. That's like lowest moment right there.
Yeah, I don't get how they got away with that. Now the thing is, I don't know if they're gonna get away with that against Space Station Gaming. Maybe, because Space Station was also doing some stuff that, like, it looked like they were kind of chilling and playing free play too. Either way, that match is going to be incredible. So why don't we take a break so we can get to that as soon as possible. Coming up next is our grand final, Space Station Gaming versus Rogue. It's going to be amazing. It's going to have crazy highlights. You do not want to miss it. We'll see you in just a few.